Hello, Carly. How are you today?
Hello, I'm feeling pretty good.
Now, we met last week and established some goals and outlined some areas that you feel you have trouble with. You mentioned you wanted to have more energy during the day, and you wanted to stay away from fast food, especially at lunchtime. How do you feel about your progress this week?
I feel pretty good. Fast food was really hard to stay away from. I took your advice you gave me last week and prepared meals beforehand.
That's great. It sounds like you did really well to think and plan your meals. Can you tell me more about that?
Well, last Sunday I prepared some lunch-type items like vegetables and chips and stuff. I made some sandwiches that I could have for lunch during the week, so I wouldn't have to run to Wendy's or Chipotle.
Wow, that's wonderful. Do you think that staying away from fast food was your main focus this past week?
Yeah, I think so. Eating out has been a struggle for me lately ever since I started taking online classes. Finding the time and energy to make dinner has been really hard. This past week, I tried really hard to manage my time to plan ahead.
Time management and planning meals can be very difficult, especially when working a full-time job and taking classes. Tell me more about the meals you prepared.
Well, I made some 5 turkey sandwiches, one for each day of the week. I bought some serving-sized potato chips to go with each sandwich, and I also cut up some celery, carrots, and apple slices to take with me. And I packed a Diet Coke for each lunch.
Did you find it difficult to have the time and energy to do that?
No, not really.
That's great. Could you see yourself planning your meals on Sunday again this week?
Yeah, I think I can make this like a once-a-week thing, especially if it helps me stay away from fast food.
Great. It sounds like you are very motivated to change your eating habits when it comes to eating out for lunch. Preparing your own lunches will help you stay away from fast food and ultimately help you reach your goal weight. Not to mention, help you save some money from not eating out so much.
Yes, that is true. I could tell that just from this week.
Great. I see you brought your 3-day food log in with you, Carly. That will be very helpful in looking at your progress. How about we take a look at it?
Okay.
So, I see here you skipped breakfast. Tell me about what your mornings look like.
Well, I'm usually rushed in the morning. I don't usually have time in the morning to eat breakfast or anything. I stopped buying breakfast food since I really don't have time for breakfast. I drink a cup of coffee, too, if I'm really dragging. This past week, I packed my lunch for the day and would leave for work.
Okay. I understand being rushed in the mornings. Sometimes I'm rushed in the mornings and have trouble finding time for breakfast. How about lunch? Tell me more about how lunch went this week.
Well, like I said earlier, I just ate my packed lunches I prepared on Sunday.
And how did you feel about lunch? Were you satisfied?
I will admit that I was still a little hungry after only eating the sandwich, chips, and veggies. Throughout the week, I started to pack more into the lunches, like a protein bar or Cheez-Its or something. I did feel like I was hungry throughout the afternoon. Then I would eat a lot at dinner until I was stuffed. Is that bad?
No, of course not. With your level of activity, it is normal to feel hungry from having a limited calorie intake.
Okay.
So you usually have a coffee or two in the mornings because you feel rushed, and then your lunches consist of fast foods that you stayed away from this past week, preparing your own meals. And at dinner, you tended to overeat because you were so hungry from having a limited lunch. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, I have some ideas to help you with that. Would you like to hear them?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I think you would benefit from shifting your calorie intake from later in the day to earlier in the day. Breakfast is an essential meal to start your day and provide your body with the energy boost to increase your metabolism. Do you think taking 10 minutes from your daily morning routine to eat breakfast is realistic?
Yeah, I think I could do that. I could eat some cereal or fruit or something.
Those are both great energy sources for the morning. You can experiment this week with different foods to help you determine what you like and see how it affects your energy.
Okay, I will try that.
Great. Adding breakfast to your routine will help you satisfy your hunger around lunchtime. Do you have any other ideas to help you with your hunger?
Well, I could eat between meals. I know we talked about snacking in our last session.
That's a great idea. Snacking between meals will help you maintain that energy throughout the day and will help keep your hunger suppressed. This week, you can also experiment with some snack foods to see what works for you. And in our next session, we will talk about the different food groups and meeting all your nutritional needs with those snacks.
That sounds great. Right now, I really want to focus on eating regularly.
Great. We have discussed some great plans in order for you to meet your goals and allow you to not feel so energy deprived. I look forward to seeing your progress in next week's session. I will see you next week.
Thank you. See you then.